Catherine, like I was very angry. Like I was mad at the world. Like I didn't know that I had a voice. I didn't know that people were listening to me. I didn't know that people cared, you know? Like, I had no idea. And I found this magical place. Like, whatever drew me there was magic inside of them walls. Like, there was absolute magic that happened there. And I grew up wanting to be a rapper. You know what I mean? Like, truth be told, it's hard to admit, but thought I was gonna be like the next big thing. And then I realized like I had no rhythm.
Right? Woo!
You can probably tell by the cadence. But like I wrote this poem and it was called Why. And I didn't even know that it was a poem. Like it was a rap song and I rapped it like as fast as I possibly could. And I met this amazing person named Kiana Ray, aka Lady Speech.
Oh, yeah. Woo!
And like there was this rap competition and I just like stopped the beat, like let me give this to you. And I read this and then she taught me about breath control and performance poetry and whatnot. And the first time I was ever published was because Catherine had heard what I wrote and she asked me if I would submit to a magazine. And I did, and like, you would never believe what it did for me, like to see my words on paper, something that was gonna touch all corners of the earth, like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Like, whoa, like, I did that, you know what I mean? And I've watched so many young people have that same feeling. Like when I helped facilitate at the spot, like there was hood-ass kids, like, cuz I'm coming to get some chips, cuz. You know what I mean? Like literally, they walked through our set like with total disregard for what was going on. And then you would check them real quick. Hey, there's poetry going on. Respect the mic. Cuz, oh, poetry, cuz, what? They're like, nah, hold on, homie, do me a favor, sit down, check this out. Let me spit at you real quick. And they would sit and they would listen. And then they would come back and they would sit and they would write. Yeah. And then they would come back and they would stand and they would speak.
Mm-hmm.
It's what we do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's what we do. So this is the first piece. Like, the last piece you heard is one of the latest pieces. This is, the last piece you're going to hear is the first piece. Start how you end, or Biggie Small said it, whatever, you know what I mean? Always end how you start, something, whatever. You know what I mean? And I'm going to slow it down. Like, I'm not going to do the rap version. I'm going to do the performance poet version. And I wrote this after my cousin was shot 7 times. He got shot 4 times in the face, once in the neck, or 5 times in the face, once in the neck, and once in the shoulder. And this is what I do. Why is it with today's economy, it's easier for the Japanese to get a loan at a bank, G? And gente, we're living in a 1-bedroom house, 14 deep, talking about priorities, seniorities, and majorities, yet in my projects, the whites are the minority. And the question for contemplation, if Wall Street came to a crash, do you not hustle back your cash? Or would you run and spread like a rash and maybe scatter like rats while I sit back and laugh? Because I know what it's like to be on the other side of this path. The society is labeled the American dream. It sounds all good to me, but no time to spend with my family. The problem with parents is they're more concerned about the roof over your head instead of how many tears you shed. And the words goes against abortion. When you bring a child into this world, in this day and age, if your daddy ain't got stocks and trades, that kid's probably gonna be blasted by a 12 gauge. Why is the Columbine stayed on the front page for 3 months in a row, yet my cousin got shot 5 times in the face, and we didn't get escorted to the funeral home? And some deny what they know, like the fact the government slangs all the dope and puts false up hopes in the mind. When school is where I saw coke for the first time.
Bring
Is
it.
influence a coincidence? For instance, before junior high, I saw drugs I would never even try. Dare is a politically incorrect crime.
Speak.
So who supplies what's needed to get high? Yet I'll go to jail if I get behind the wheel and drive. What single organization has taken the most lives, yet they say they fight for our rights, which were taken away the day Officer Dick wrote down my name?
Bring
So
it.
now I'm stuck in a system where stars glisten and juries listen to a defense and deem it okay for those in sports, yet cut life short because the kid kills mom and dad for lack of emotional support. My poems are short but take years to solve, and my flows involve anything from influence of alcohol to excessive use of Tylenol.